Hi, so hope you're doing well. For some funny reason, OBS updated, and now there's a new mixer, and my filter monitor thing that used to show me whether I have one of the funny voices on or not is just not working anymore. So that's awesome. That's awesome, and I don't know how to repair it. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Grab a drink. We're gonna just like chat, hang out, chat, talk about stuff. Maybe play a video game. I don't really know what to do tonight, but since I'm going to go away for a while, I wanted to be live with you guys. Get a drink, relax. Here's some music. We'll talk to you soon. Alright, ladies and gents, it's that time again, baby. Where we drop shit. We drop some fists in the chat when the drop happens. I don't even really know what to do tonight because so much has changed about OBS. Well, not so much, but the audio monitoring has changed, and now I don't know how to like check whether funny sounds are on my voice or not, so that's gonna be weird. But first, I need all of you to help me drop the hype really, really hard because it is me, it is you, it is the or art. Okay, so am I just not getting the sounds, or is everything because OBS Studio, my streaming software, updated the mixer system and now shit doesn't work. Shit doesn't work. Wait. Damn. It's really just not, it's really, what's up, Syntax? It's, oh my god, the MIDI plugin doesn't work anymore? Wait, what the fuck is happening? What is happening, brother? What are you doing? MIDI in 2? It's the correct one? Okay, wait. Let me see if this is somehow fucked and I have to like relink everything. Give me a second. It should the what is this shit one should be this. Oh wow. And it crashed. How are you doing? Syntax, Walina, Archer, how are you guys doing? Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm trying to repair my stream. I didn't even know what to do today. So something is off about this fucking... Something is off about the stream already, man. I was opening everything and everything was like weird, and then I was like, oh shit, like OBS updated so my sound stuff doesn't work anymore the way I want it to. And now this! So wait. No, it's not running. Okay, let me restart SVB. Maybe that's all we have to do. What the fuck is that? What is that song? I didn't... Holy shit. I thought I had a chill playlist. Holy fuck. Holy crap. What the fuck? I was like, lo-fi. Where's my lo-fi? This is the lo-fi playlist. Bro, this is the lo-fi playlist. What are they doing? Wow. Chat. How do we feel about this? I think I'm just gonna go to chill EDM to see what happens. Was it always like this and I never noticed? That's insane. Valina, Syntax, and Archer, how are you guys doing? Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you're doing really, really well tonight. Okay, let's figure this out together. We'll figure it out. It's gonna be okay. We'll figure it out. I need to find out where my SVB is here. I'm good, just tired. What did you do today? How was your day? Let me launch SVB again. Okay, so it works per se. I'm just not getting monitoring from it. And now I am. Everything is fine. Hell yeah. Everything is fine. So let's do this. Walina! Sub smash! I gotta change all of my windows again. My lord, bro. The most chaotic stream on Twitch, man. And obviously other platforms. And XC Syntax and Archer! Follower Frizzbump for you. How you guys doing? I gotta be honest with you. Now that Resident Evil is over, I was a little bit like, so now what? Like, what do I stream? Because I've always struggled with this. What is content that is going to be interesting to you guys? Like, what do I have to say? And sometimes there's just days where I'm like, I don't feel like playing a specific thing. I'm still trying to do this whole Omegle thing where I like try to be kind to people and give life advice. But I haven't been able to technically set that up yet, so everything works with the webcam and stuff. It's a bit complicated. So yeah, we're gonna look at that at a later point. So it was late, and I was done with dinner, and I was done with work. I was like, shit, I gotta go live. I promised the Knuckle Crew that I'd be live around 6:30, 6:45, and here we are. So I don't know. I just thought I'd ask you guys how you guys are doing. What's up? Maybe we watch a YouTube video or two. Maybe we talk about something deep, and then play a game, or we just go into a game straight up. I kind of felt Valorant, and then I was like, maybe I should try Counter-Strike to see how the new reload system works. So first of all, how are you doing? How's life? Valina, you're tired. Why? What's happened? Why? Too much work? I had a long day at work. What do you do, actually? I don't know if you told us. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do, actually? Okay, let me see. Everything's good. What about you? Dude, I'm doing well. I had 3 good days at work. I'm finally I've gotten rid of my 48-hour ECG. For those who didn't know, I had to do a 48-hour electrocardiogram. Which is that thing where you get this you see how your heart goes to doot because of the whole pica stroke, chronic pica stroke thing that I was diagnosed with, and I was wearing this thing for like 2 days. So I had like 3 diodes on my upper body, and I was wearing this little thing here with a papery little strap that like was really annoying for my skin for like 3 days, for 2 days honestly, and now it's gone. All right, I'm so happy to have it gone. I now hope that they're gonna call me and be like, all of your stuff looks perfect. You look super healthy. Everything is great. And, but I'm telling you, like even the fucking nurse, she was like, she took this thing out of its box and then was like, okay, so now we have to attach this to you somehow. And then she saw that they sent it with a, I don't know how to say it. It's like paper. It's like a harness that like goes around your neck and around like the back, so it's like fixed, so that like the little device is fixed, and then it's connected to the diodes that go to your chest, right? And it was the most papery ass fucking piece of ever. All right, it sucked. And I was wearing this for 3 days straight. I luckily was a shout out to my boss. I was able to do home office because I really didn't feel like going to the office with this fucking thing, because like it always also stuck out on my back, and everybody would have asked like, oh, what are you wearing, you know? And if I moved, it would like cut into my skin. You got like used to that after a while. Like it wasn't horrible all the time, but when you slept, oh brother, that shit was bad. I hope it'll come back good. Yeah, me too, dude. Thanks very much. Me too. I guess we'll see. I'm on vacation next week anyway, and then I'll be in the United States for work. So, you know, I just hope they're gonna call me and be like, you know, everything is fine. You're just really fucking healthy. Havoc! Tier 3! Woo! How you doing, Havoc? Good to see you, dude. Thank you for still being a sub. Tier 3 is fucking amazing. We are at 60. We're just 9 away from the next goal. I was thinking about this whole sub goal thing, and I realized last time that I got a bit too that I smelled on somebody in the train, and that was cute. I have to tell you that. So I was sitting in the train in front of this lady, and she was maybe my age. And she looked very sophisticated, and I sat down and I opened my notebook to work, and I kept getting a small whiff of a perfume, and I was like, man, smells good. Smells good. Also, Ro was not here. Didn't even say hi. What's up, Ro? Good to have you, dude. Maybe your age. Oh man. Maybe my age. What? What? And so I kept getting like a small whiff of like, something smells really good. But it was always very light, and then it was gone, and then it came again 5 minutes later. So I was working, and then after 3 times I was like, I think it's this lady in front of me, and I think she smells really, really good. So I was like, excuse me, could I bother you? And she was very friendly. She was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, so like, what's your perfume? Because I think I have to get this for my wife. And oh God. And we had a whole conversation about her perfume and how she was like, I get asked about this all the time, and it was really fucking nice. We had a nice conversation, and she was like, I hope your wife is gonna love it. Like, she was genuinely so happy that somebody would like her perfume. And when I said I kept smelling it and it was really good, And she was like, oh, is it too strong? And I was like, no, that's the thing. I needed like 3 or 4 times of smelling it before I was like, huh, is it this lady in front of me? So that's a good sign. It is called Dementori Abi. That is not what it's called. If you were a perfume, what would you smell like, chat? Let me know. It's called Molecule 234.38. Has a very weird name. A very weird name. Molecule 234.38. It's unisex technically. It's great. And something about it is that it doesn't work with the regular way that I'm not sponsored, by the way. It doesn't work with regular way how perfumes work, but apparently it works directly with the chemistry of your skin. And honestly, it's amazing. Any good men's perfume recommendations? So a lot of numbers. Yeah, exactly. So Molecule 234.38. Sarko perfume. Exactly, Valina. My absolute go-to perfume, and it's a bit more expensive, but once I smelled it, I was like, shit, this is it now. And that was like 4 months ago, and now it's my everyday, is Terre d'Hermès. Terre d'Hermès. That is one of the best perfumes I ever smelled. Yves Saint Laurent Nuit de l'Homme is also very nice. It's a bit younger, if you want to call it that, and a very like mature male but very summery citrusy one is oh fuck, I forgot the name. Oh fuck, I forgot the name. Shit, what was it called? Acqua di Parma. Colonia something. Let me see if I can find it. Acqua di Parma. Fuck, what was it fucking called? Was it Colonia? Yeah, I think it was Colonia El Profumo. That shit is like, it's very sweet. It's very citrusy. It's a bit aggressive, but it's like for a night out, it's amazing. It's really good. So I'm not like super knowledgeable about perfumes, but these are like my perfumes. Like if I want, my go-to is like the Terre d'Hermès. My fallback is the Yves Saint Laurent Nuit de l'Homme, and my like going out is the Acqua di Parma. I have to try this out. Yo, let me know how you like it, Walina, if you try it in the Discord. Of course. So yeah, it's Kate put it on, and she was like, okay, I like it, but I think it has to develop. And then like she was cooking dinner, and I was here preparing the stream, and then I came up, and she was like, dude, I love it. I really love it. Now that it has developed, it's amazing. And I was like, hell yeah. I did a good thing. My wife likes it. I'm so glad. So yeah, that's actually pretty sick. So try it out. Not sponsored, not paid, just I really like it. That is so cool. Yeah, I'm really glad. Ladies and gentlemen, maybe a bit of a deeper topic today before we go into a game. They should pay you. Pfft, I'm too small of a streamer for that. I was thinking a lot lately, like after Louis Theroux Manosphere documentary on Netflix, I watched it, and holy shit, man, like there's an entire, I knew about this whole Manosphere thing, but the way people work there right now is pretty mind-blowing. I'm not gonna lie. This documentary really, like, you know, it confirmed a few things that I knew about these people, but I'm not necessarily bothered about these guys per se, because if you want to be a douchebag, you know, you guys know I'm pretty progressive, so if you want to be a douchebag, be one, right? But the fact that they have this influence, especially on young men, is scary. It's scary to me. So yeah, this whole point is you know, what is a man's role in life? I feel like young men have it hard to find identity these days, harder than maybe I did when I was that age, because I feel like you get fucking pelted with opinions and what should you say, what should you do, what should you not do, and it's hard to understand what it means to be a good man in today's time, which means that very simple, very you are the better gender, very radical voices will prevail in like this fight of attention that all voices on the internet have, and then a lot of guys will fall for this red pill, whatever you call it, bullshit, right? And so, yeah, I don't know. This is like a very deep topic for me. I've been thinking about like what's a man's role a lot. I've always in my life, but especially in like the last 10 years, have adopted a always be kind and be respectful to people as long as they don't disrespect you type stance. Because I don't know, like there's a part of me that thinks, you know, life is tough enough for everybody, no matter who you are, where you're from. Some people are more privileged, some people are less. I've experienced depression and I still do. And you never really know somebody's struggle when you meet them, right? And so it doesn't cost you anything just to be kind to somebody, and it doesn't take away from your strength or your you know, being a dominant man or whatever. I saw, oh fuck, I should have saved it. I saw an Instagram clip by a guy who looks like this Nordic Viking and everything, and he spoke about like what is a man, and it resonated with me so much that yeah, you can be like a dominant personality, but that doesn't mean that you put others down. It doesn't mean that you treat women badly, or weaker weaker people, or like, you know, those with less privilege or power than you badly. But the other side, right? This should help you uplift people and you know, make them feel like they are worthwhile. They're worthwhile, as long as they don't, I mean, that's my personal thing here, as long as they don't go out of their way to make other people feel bad. This is called the paradox of tolerance, the tolerance paradoxon. That was coined by Karl Popper, a philosopher. Am I just talking out of my ass right now? Tolerance paradox. Tolerance paradox. I think that was Popper. Yeah, dude, I was right. It was Popper. Karl Popper. So that's a really interesting. That's a really interesting dogma that he came up with. Let me show you. The kindness is important. I think so, but you know, true kindness. I postulate that there is true kindness and there is fake kindness. He wrote. Oh, where the fuck? Dude, if you said it to the English one. Okay, so let's just quote what Popper actually said. We should claim the right to suppress intolerant ideologies if necessary, even by force, for it may easily turn out that they are not prepared to meet us on the level of rational argument, but begin by denouncing all argument. They may forbid their followers to listen to rational argument because it is deceptive, and teach them to answer arguments by the use of their fists or pistols. And it's incredible how current this 1945 quote is. The whole like shift to conservative nationalist stances in politics that we have right now is encapsulated or is described perfectly by this. There's a slew of intolerant ideologies, transphobic, homophobic, misogynist, xenophobic, racist as fuck. And they come out with like easy to understand, easily said like punchlines that people like to listen to, apparently, because they're easy to listen to in a world where you, like, again, you get pelted by fucking opinions all the fucking time, right? So the base idea of this is that a society should be tolerant, like a progressive human developed, sophisticated society is tolerant of people who are different, people who have disabilities, people who are minorities, you know, again, trans people, you know, like, you know, non-normative sexualities, and so on and so on and so on. But that also means that if you have a stance of radical tolerance towards people who just want to live, that there will be people like the ultra right who will say, oh, but then you also have to tolerate my opinion. And I'm pretty sure all of you heard somebody once in your life who was like saying like the most disgusting homophobic, transphobic, misogynist, whatever shit, and then maybe you or maybe somebody else criticized them for it, and then the standard line of, oh, you can't say anything today anymore, or like, but that's my opinion, you have to accept my opinion, right? And that's exactly where this pulls, is hate is not an opinion. Hate and putting people down is not an opinion. These people are not prepared and not interested to hold a rational argument with you beyond punchlines, beyond weird statistics that they made up. They just want to look like they're right in front of anybody who's listening. What's up, Lou? How you doing, dude? Good to see you. Sub Smash. Good to have you, dude. And so this is the paradox of tolerance. Oh, it says paradox of tolerance. I was like, what do you call it in English? This is the paradox of tolerance. You tolerate everyone, but not these people. You don't tolerate people who don't want to tolerate other people by themselves. And this is one of my, like, this had such an immense impact on me when I went to uni and I studied sociology, and like what there was social philosophy was part of the whole thing. I think this is one of the absolute basic stances that modern society should have. However, we have a slip to the right, as we say in German. It seems like right-wing politicians come into power everywhere in the world. And how funny that this happens when the whole world is falling back into strongman logics across countries, across you know, across parts of the world. You know, people like Trump, people like Putin, people like Netanyahu, who just military power is everything. And no, I don't have to explain myself. I'm powerful, right? It's incredible how this is the time we live in right now. I don't get the whole hate for people are different. It's their life. Let them live how they want without harming anyone else. That's exactly my point. What does it hurt you? Not you specifically, but what does it hurt you if somebody feels like they were born in the wrong body and now they dress differently? Maybe they undergo hormonal or surgical changes to be more in line with the body they think they should have when it makes them happy, and, as is statistically proven, keeps them from killing themselves. Right? How does this hurt you? And then you hear people say, oh, but it bothers me because it's not natural. And these are the same people who say that homosexuality is not natural, when it is something, and that's obviously what they try to not accept, when it's something that just naturally occurs in some humans. You know, some people are gay and others are not. It's just what it is. It's okay. It's literally just like some people have fucking dark hair and some people don't. You don't think about it twice. You don't think about some people as less than the others because somehow genetically it happened that they were blonde or brunette. And it's the same thing. Some people just get born like this or like that. Why is this such an issue? Why do some people put on themselves the right to claim that they know better than these people? Oh, it's a mental illness. Or say that, oh, you know, this is not natural, so we don't have to accept it. Why? I don't understand. Swissy, what's good? How you doing, Swissy? Good to have you. A little bit of a deep conversation. I watched Louis Theroux Manosphere documentary on Netflix a little while ago, and it just really stuck with me because this is such a big topic for me. And now I'm trying to instill upon people the paradox of tolerance postulated by Karl Popper in 1945, German philosopher. I learned about him in uni, and this is one of the most important things I ever heard. Again, in his own words, but we should claim the right to suppress intolerant ideologies if necessary, even by force, for it may easily turn out that they are not prepared to meet us on the level of rational argument, but begin by denouncing all argument. They may forbid their followers to listen to rational argument because it is deceptive, and teach them to answer arguments by the use of their fists or pistols. And that is exactly the, I can't say anything anymore, or yeah, I don't like, I don't know, you know, somebody is being transphobic or homophobic. You have to accept my opinion. No, I don't, because you are not accepting of other people's freedoms to live how they want as long as they don't hurt anyone either. And that is the paradox of tolerance. But I feel like I would be rage baited to my bro. I got pissed, man. I'm telling you right now, I got pissed when I watched it. Fuck. That shit pissed me off big. But it's an important video. Nevertheless, it's an important video. I think everybody should watch it, especially if you're not 23. Because like we can ignore it. And I like, believe me, I completely understand if somebody says I don't want to watch it because it pisses me off. But the thing is, if we ignore it, it will still grow. This still gets a lot of young men especially, to think that this shit is a valid thought school. Like how to treat women, how to treat people who are less privileged, how to be people with disabilities. This like strongman bullshit, this like archaic fucking society bullshit is here. It is here, and we have to take it seriously. We cannot just say, oh, you know, it's whatever, I don't care. I think it's not the right way to go about it, you know? I think we need to talk about it. Then that is why today I didn't have a game to play. I was like, I'm done with Resident Evil, and maybe I'll just play some Valorant. I don't know yet, or Counter-Strike. But before, I want to start talking to you guys about shit that matters. Shit that matters, right? I don't have a large platform. I don't have a lot of viewers, but I think this is fucking important. And I forgot to post it. I'm live fucking everywhere again. Play a game. Okay. Let me just post it. I'm live. Just posted, I'm live. I just posted, I'm live. Fuck, I forgot to, yeah, I have to do an Instagram. I tend to choose my wars, and that is one I don't have the energy to fight. I mean, the thing is, as people, we have to protect our mental health. We have to protect our mental health. And I have noticed that being on Twitter too much, for instance, because Twitter, I mean, they found it's like, you know, they tested it, and Twitter pushes right-wing shit onto your timeline. Because that's what Elon Musk likes. And so I have noticed that it's detrimental to how I feel about myself and how good I feel about the world and life. Grok, is that true? Fucking brain dead internet theory, dude. No, but you know, I understand that there's times when you're like, bro, I don't want to fucking think or talk about this. I get it. Like, I've become more sensitive about this. There's days when I'm like, look, just not now. I don't want to talk about this right now. I don't want to think about this right now. You know, it's the same with like, you know, acquaintances and friendships. If there's people who trauma dump to you all the fucking time, at some point you're gonna be like, dude, fucking just, I can't, you know? And it's a similar effect, right? Yep. Grok, is that true? Dude, Grok, is that true? Fucking Grok. Yeah, I struggle a lot with that. I can't unsee what is happening everywhere, but I can't handle it from time to time either. It's just so fucking frustrating. I think, like, the big question for me, you guys, is what do we do about it? Right? What do we do about it? There will be a lot of people who will be like, you have to be outspoken and against this shit and like push against it like all the time. And they're basically right. Like, you cannot let shit slide. But I think as somebody who tends to fall into depression comparatively quickly, what I try to do is use my platform to create awareness for this from time to time. And if I see injustices like that, I try to speak up. I try to be the one who says, hey, yo, that's not okay. And I've had this like in past times in my life. When you're out with the boys and maybe there's a few guys who you don't know that well yet. Somebody dragged them along. Oh, I brought my buddy. And then that guy is being a fucking pig. You know, that guy is being like making like disgusting women jokes all the time, being bad to women. And then I've experienced that you are the one who speaks up. You're like, dude, that's not cool, man. Like, why would you do that? Stop. And in the eyes of some men, unfortunately, this makes you look like a traitor. It's like you betrayed your sex. It's like you betrayed the sacred understanding between men that we don't call each other out, you know? And that's bullshit. That is bullshit. That is bullshit. We can only grow as a society if we call each other out. That also means it's important not to make a problem out of everything, and that's what eSwissy said. Pick your battles. Sometimes it's smarter to walk away, but we have to see the moments when we're like, okay, now I'm not gonna shut the fuck up now. I'm not gonna just accept this now. This is not cool, and I'm not accepting it. Period. And it's really, really tough to really fully keep those situations apart. So it makes sense. Plasty sucker! How you doing, bro? What's up, Smash? Good to see you, dude. How are you doing? So yeah. I'm trying to figure out early gang. Why did early gang not turn off automatically? I thought I set that up. Stream starting. Run macro. Did I have to click run macro? I thought it runs automatically. Really busy studying for an upcoming week-long tournament. How are you? Week-long tournament? Wait, you study for a tournament? What does that mean? I'm gonna turn off early game. What does that mean, bro? I'm just tired, man. I feel like the whole like the pills I take for like the sleeping issue and the blood thinner and everything, it just still like it keeps my blood pressure low, which is great, but it also makes me feel tired all the time. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I'm gonna post on Instagram real quick that I'm live because I completely forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. I read books and make exercises for the tournament. Sorry, what tournament is it? I'm lost, dude. I'm fucking lost. Did you tell us about that and I'm lost? Okay, I gotta take a selfie. Chess. Oh, right. I think you said that. What picture do I take? Okay, talking about the manosphere and paradox of tolerance. I mean, you know, I know you guys are not used to me doing this type of content probably, but I have to. I feel like at this point I have to, you know. Then a gay... Oh, fucking... I can't type anymore. Link twitch.tv/strike. Boom. Your stories. There you go. Let me just check something. Okay. Here we go. Oh, fuck. Do you guys see me well on Twitch? Did I just turn off the fucking stream? No, you can see me. I forgot to go live on Kick. I see you well. How you doing, Sarah? What's up, Sarah? Follower. Peace bump. How you doing, Sarah? Good to see you. Don't think so. Got invited, signed up 2 days ago. Oh, hell yeah. Let's fucking go. How you doing, Sarah? Good to see you. We're talking about Popper's paradox of tolerance and the manosphere. I don't know if you watched the Louis Theroux documentary on the manosphere, but Sarah, may I say what I know about you, IRL? Your identity, like not your name, but like your non-normative identity, to maybe explain something better. Nope, never watched it, but I read quite a few things about the manosphere. So Sarah is a trans woman. Princess Zelda, Sarah is a trans woman. So I think you probably you're probably like especially touched by like what the manosphere stands for, because it tends to be massively transphobic. I'm scared though, because the games are getting live streamed, and if I blunder, many people will see it. Like, you know, I get it, Plastia, I get it, but that's life, son. Like, it's scary to put yourself out there to an audience that watches you and can judge you without you being right in front of them. But I do this twice a week. You know, there's gonna be a ton of people who probably come in here and then think, what a fucking tool, or what a fucking idiot, and judge me for it because I'm bad at whatever, bad at Valorant or whatever. You know, I kind of get used to it. It's just randoms. It's just randoms. What do you care what they think about you? That's easy said, because I think what people think about me very much, but I had to train myself to think this, like, what's the fucking point, right? It absolutely is. Yeah, it's crazy. So I talked about Karl Popper's paradox of tolerance, which I think is, well, which I know is one of my absolute base tenets in life, is that a modern person up to modern society is tolerant of lifestyles that they, even if they don't understand them or they don't personally follow them, and that goes into my be honestly kind to people thing, like not fake kindness, like don't take shit, don't smile when people give you shit. That's not my point, but show people kindness. And my life has become better since I tried to go into every situation with a sense of kindness. I'm trying to be kind to this person, as long as they don't show me they deserve otherwise. And that goes into the same thing. Like, if I learn about, oh, these people, like there's a group of people and they practice, I don't know, let it be some kink that I've never heard of, or a lifestyle that I've never heard of. My first thought will be, like, does this hurt anyone? Does this have the chance, like, does this hurt anyone who doesn't have to do with it? No. Does this help these people get through life, which is already hard enough, while they're not hurting anyone? Yes. Then who gives a shit? Or like, why would I be against this? Why would I be against this, you know? To understand this topic, the manosphere is a movement at the opposite of feminism. Yeah, I mean, if he, in a very simplified way. Marius, how you doing, Sub Smash? Good to see you. How you doing, Marius? Thank you very much for tuning in, man. How's life? In a very basic way, it's a movement that wants to put men above women in everything. That's a fair way to say it. Yeah, it's this whole like, oh, red-pilled, like, oh, today men are taught to be weak. It's psyops, like they're trying to control you, be your own lone wolf. Like, it goes into very dangerous, like it goes into very dangerous territory. And the problem with it is that, again, like I said in the beginning, in today's society, in today's environment of conflicting opinions that like rain down on you all the time through social media. And I think East Wizzy said, let's turn off social media, and it's not the worst idea. These are easy things, like especially young men feel disenfranchised, right? Young men don't know what are values I should follow anymore. Because everybody tells you something different. And so these guys come up and say like, oh, you know, as a man you have to do this, as a man you have to do that, as a man you have to be strong, you have to never show weakness. This resonates very much with a young man filled with fucking testosterone. I know what that feels like. And what I'm trying to say is that A, treat people with kindness as long as they haven't proven to you that they don't, be it by actions they have done in your presence or by actions that you have learned about them otherwise. 2, tolerate that which tolerates other. Tolerate an opinion as long as it is not an actual opinion that is based on rational thought and not just on mindless hate and mindless groupthink, which is Popper's paradox of tolerance. And try to uplift people. You know, try to uplift people wherever you can, as long as they don't show that they are not willing to have this conversation with you. Then leave them alone. That also means that there will be people in life who will try to, whether they know it or not, will try to abuse that stance of yours, where you try to be kind to people and where you try to be patient with people. Some people do this knowingly, some people do this unknowingly, and they really think they're not doing anything wrong, and you are in the right. If these people drain you and these people are a constant negative effect on you and make you feel bad, you are in your right to say, look, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. And sometimes it's scary, sometimes it's painful. I know that too, but sometimes gotta do it. You know what I mean? So the macro I set up to turn off early gang didn't work. GG. That's too bad. That's too fucking bad. Oh, is it not connected? Number of permissions 32. Is it valid? Yes. Okay, so what's the fucking problem? What did I not read? The red pilled thing is so funny when considering the background of the pill as being red in Matrix. Yeah, the fact that people use like the Matrix blue versus red pill thing is for this, and red pilled means you don't listen to the mainstream that tries to lie to you, and the whole manosphere thing. Like, it all goes hand in hand. When you know that the authors of Matrix, the Wachowski sisters, are trans women. And they have multiple times they have said that for them the whole pill alliteration, or not alliteration, the whole pill thing is about like hormone treatment when you're in transition. So like, do you understand what you're quoting here? It's so weird. I don't even know how young people grow up with all that social media pressure, constantly being in fear of being cringe since everything gets posted. That is, I'm so glad you say this because it's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. I don't know how often I have this conversation with people where I'm like, if we fucked up when I was a kid, we weren't being put on blast by the internet for everybody to see. It's crazy. I want a different fucking music station on this Pretzel Rocks. Give me a second. Where do I find the stations? Stations. I want something really chill. Chill Chaz? Yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it. Chill Chaz, you guys, let's go. I know, but the guys who use it don't want to take blue because of Democrats. Really? That's the reason? Hand in hand with parenting that allows it unrestricted. The right decision doesn't always bring happiness. That is a very interesting point. Because I think it's right. I think you're right. Yeah, the right decision is scary sometimes. You know, the whole point of the thing I said about cutting someone off if they're being a bad presence in your life, even if they don't notice. This sounds like porn music, bro. What's up? How do I say the name? Shuri? How you doing, Shuri? Welcome. We're having deep talks here. Doesn't happen often on this channel, but today it is. This playlist has been a lot better just like a year ago. Okay, this is nice though. I'm gonna keep this. What's up, Shuri? What's up? Red is Republican and blue is Democrats. I know, yeah, I know that, but I didn't know this was a thing for them. How obsessed can you be, man? Anyway, sure, we're talking about like the whole manosphere that came with the Louis Theroux, like came back to surface with the Louis Theroux documentary and all that, and the, like, you know, men's role in life these days. Like there's so many voices online telling you have to be strong, you have to be this, you have to be that. It all goes back to patriarchy ultimately. Using Spotify, it doesn't. I don't. I'm using Pretzel Rocks. Havoc, are you still here? Bro, please speak up, dude. I have something nice for you. I grew up with being scared of the internet since everything bad is there. Shout out to Live League. This incentive doesn't exist anymore, but it's worse than ever. Bro, yeah. The crazy part is that I like to watch like fail videos on Instagram. Sometimes I just laugh when I watch, like, I go through like reels where people have like mild accidents. It's funny. And then like you swipe and like suddenly there's one where somebody gets absolutely power fucked up. There's this one video where this guy is on a swing and he tries to like jump off the swing and do a backflip and he lands straight on his back and he is fucking paralyzed. And he doesn't want to admit that he doesn't feel his arm, so he's just laying there like, yeah, no, I'm fine. Just give me a second. I have to. And he's like, fucking. I was like, I'm in bed. It's fucking 10:30 p.m. I'm trying to wind down, have a laugh over just a few mild accidents. And I see this, and I'm like, fucking what? Are you fucking kidding me right now? This guy's paralyzed, and just shit like that, man. Fuck social media. I swear to God. It's worse. The fact that Gen Z is so desensitized doesn't help with social media. Yeah, man, it's where are we going, man? Where are we going, dude? The brain rot toddler scroll meme is actually scaringly real. It is. Yeah, man, forgot to lurk. Havoc! Listen, guys, something nice is happening right now. Havoc has been here for over 40 hours and in this stream in total, and here we have a little thing called the glyphs, those little things next to your name in chat. Here's a gold one, and depending on how long you're here, we changed the glyph and we make a little promotion party. So let's drop some fists in the chat. Everybody, as a follower, as a sub, all of you have the fists emote. Let's promote Havoc into gold glyph and make a celebration out of it. And ladies and gentlemen, the name is Havoc 26. Havoc with over 40 hours watched in total. That gets you the gold glyph of the Knuckle Crew. Absolute legend, Havoc. Thank you very, very, very much. I hope you enjoy your gold glyph. I hope the next level, which I think is 100 hours for Ruby glyph, I hope we're gonna make it there. Thank you very, very much for your support. Too many more hours! Wait. Did I say it wrong? Is gold glyph 100 hours? Am I forgetting my own shit? Am I forgetting my own shit, bro? Okay, wait. We have a new person. Shuri, tell us something about you. Where are you from? How are you doing? What's your favorite video game? What's your least favorite food? We need to know it all. Echo. Fuck. See, I don't see whether I have echo on anymore because my system doesn't work. My system for that doesn't work anymore. Because OBS updated, now everything is gone. Fuck. Okay, it's fine. Would be fun if a Gen Z is seeing the stream right now. I mean, Gen Z is what, 21, 26? So I'm pretty sure that people are that age watching this. I'm from India, please stop the echo. Echo's gone. Echo's gone. It'll come back if there's a party moment again. So yeah, it's a horrible topic, bro. It's a horrible topic. Or at least I think 1999 is still Gen Z. I'm Gen Z, I guess. I'll be 27 in 3 days. Yeah, that's pretty much Gen Z. There's a video I wanted to watch with you guys. We can do maybe not this one. And let me try to find it. Where the fuck is that video? It was about Manosphere, that type of thing. This is an Australian video. This is an Australian video, but it came to me highly recommended. Today's kids are probably already Gen Alpha. Yeah, totally. That's Gen Alpha. Those are the ones that are most vulnerable towards the manosphere. I don't even know what I am. Gen I. What? I'm born in 1994. Millennial. You're like me. You're a millennial. We're millennials. 1999 feels too old for Gen Z and too young for millennial. I mean, there's always like a middle area. I had a podcast with my friend Annie, and she is basically at the cusp of this Gen Z millennial age, and I'm very clearly a millennial. And so we called the podcast Backseat Adulting, and we like talk about life and like from different age standpoints. We didn't find a good place to record where that fits our pretty high like quality standards, so we never did did like more content. But we are looking at coming back and doing more episodes. There's 3 or 4 episodes on Spotify and shit. If you enter Backseat Adulting in Spotify, you find our podcast. What is up, guys? Ethan, the guy person. Are you a dude man? A guy person? A bloke lad? Are you a bloke lad, bro? That's insane. How you doing? Thank you very much for tuning in. Welcome. Where are you from, man? How come I'm almost always the youngest around? Are you? Goddamn. I'm a Spider-Man fan even after growing up, so it might be weird, but did you see the new trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day? I'm not big on Spider-Man, but let me tell you, being into that shit when you're old, being into that stuff when you're a little older, completely fine, man. Don't worry about it. If that's something you like, I mean, you know how often I had to like let people tell me it's weird that I like video games when I was 25 or 30. I work in video games now, bro. I have a full-time esports and gaming job. I run a team now in this shit for a global brand. I'm not usually saying which one. People who know me know which one. But like an influential brand. And now nobody laughs about it anymore now, you know? So fucking, if this is something that brings you joy, never say this might be weird, but never. Be proud of it. Be proud of this. This is you. This is not something that's bad. You're not hurting anyone with it, right? Being in self sometimes make it feel weird. I don't understand. Marius, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Bro, my Wi-Fi is so bad, bro. Anyone notice like 50% of streams is now it's just schooner bait? What's up? I don't know. How you doing? Depends on the platform. That's another topic that there will be no shit talking of this on this stream. Because it's the same vein. It's the same vein of saying, oh, these fucking thoughts and whatever they're being called. Let them do whatever the fuck they want. If people fall for this, this is not their problem. If people like interacting with this and paying for it, it's not their problem. Some of you subscribe to me. Some of you subscribe to me with money. Thank you very much, by the way. We're trying to get to 69 subs. If you like what you're Anybody could say to you, why the fuck would you give this guy money? This guy sits on a fucking Twitch stream and like, bah, bah, bah. Bah, bah, bah. What the fuck? Why would you do that? That's dumb. And they're not wrong. They're not wrong. It's not dumb, but it's valid to think, why would anybody do? I don't understand it. But you do, because for you, this brings you value. Same thing. Same thing. I do think it needs to be cusped in the sense that age restrictions on these platforms must be strong enough to make sure that fucking 14-year-olds don't see sexual content or sexualized content. That's not educative. Educational. There you go. It's not my first language. I'm sorry. But like, other than that, I fucking hate it when people go like, oh, these fucking e-thoughts, whatever. Bro, just, why does this bother you? Don't interact, you know? Maybe I'm kind of new to Twitch, so I just see bud in my face like every other stream. Yeah, you know what's interesting about that, Ethan? I think that's because you're new to Twitch, and now the algorithm just pushes to you what it thinks you will like. And what works well, because again, Twitch/Amazon are capitalist entities, and they will just do what works for them, right? Once you're on Twitch a bit more, and you start watching people, and you follow them, and you come back to their streams, the algorithm will notice that, and you will see less of that stuff. I mean, that's how it was for me. I've been here for over 10 years. That's how it was for me. So you can also, by the way, if you see a stream where you're like, I don't want to watch this. Maybe you're like, I don't want to watch sexualized stuff on Twitch. You're completely fine to say that. If you don't want to see that, there's a button, like in the browse view, there's a button that you can click. I'm not interested. And it will show you less of that, right? Oh, I'm also new. Nowadays, every single thing is under capitalist. I mean, we're a capitalist society, for better or worse. I'm not a fan, but it is what it is. Bro, I'm not a platinum rated gooner, bro. This shit pisses me off, not gonna lie. I mean, you know, click it away, bro. Click it away. It's your algo, dude. Make it learn. Make it learn. Watch the good shit. Like this channel. Hell yeah. No, but like, you know, I don't judge, man. You think I'd be doing 40 hours a week customer interaction if I could just get my coochie out for 2 hours a week? I mean, man, yeah, I mean, yes. I mean, fucking yes. If I was attractive, I'll be honest with you, man. If I was attractive enough to do any kind of OnlyFans, I might be thinking about it. Open a few streams in your field of interest. What Sarah says. And then you are pretty good to go. Yeah, the algorithm is not that bad. It's worse on Kick. But on Kick, interestingly, it's not mostly sexual content. It's mostly gambling, which I think in some respects is worse than sexualized content. Because sex will be, for most people, unless they're like asexual, sexuality and sex will be part of your life. So you will have to be confronted with it at some point anyway when you're old enough. But gambling is something that I think not everybody needs to be confronted with that. This is not something that needs to be a part of everybody's life. What are your thoughts on VTubers? Not my thing. It's not my thing. It doesn't speak to me. I don't like to watch it. But dude, it's popular, and it's I have to say one thing about it. It is artistically, like a lot of it that I've seen so far is artistically very, very, very impressive. Like the what do you call it? The rigs they make with the animations and the drawings and how precise and like animated and accurate some of them are is like, what? Holy shit. I think that is very, very, I respect that a lot. Because I care about production quality on my stream very much. You know, I care about how my stream looks. I want it to sound like a radio show. I took the mic a little bit further away from my face. I've had it like this for like 10 years and now I'm doing this. And I hope it still sounds nice, like a podcasty type thing you would like to listen to. But yeah, what can I tell you? What can I tell you? It's not my thing. It's not my thing. How can I fucking turn that off? I have a thing that shows me how many chatters are in my... Click here to refresh the counter. I have a thing that shows me how many chatters are in my Twitch, and I don't even want to know that. How do I turn that off? Is that enhancer? Is that enhancer? What the fuck is that, man? What the fuck? Please, let me turn this shit off, son. Manage Twitch features. Run in private windows. How do I just tell it to do some things and not other things? Fuck it, I'll just turn it off. I don't want that shit. Where are you guys from? I'm from Switzerland. I'm from Switzerland. Sexualized content. Oh, wait. You guys are so active in chat. I love it. Thank you so much. This is what I hoped for. Thank you. Loose milk, not money. Oh, wrong camera. Have you seen Who Owns Kick? It is for gambling. It's owned by Stake. It's a long-form game to promote gambling, technically, which is what I'm saying while I'm live on Kick. They gave me fast track to partner. And I was like, fuck it, I'll multi-stream and see what happens. Nobody watches me on Kick though, so maybe I'll just stop. Sexualized content is only bad when the content shows unrealistic and problematic stuff regarding equality. Gambling is pretty much always a problem. Dude, Sarah is just eloquent. Sarah is just eloquent. Cool ad. What? The fiber is finally working at the house. Connected Wi-Fi. Dude, I thought of you. HS, I thought of you. I posted a pic of Kate in the photo dump or whatever we call it in the Discord because I made what I think is one of the most beautiful pictures of my wife I ever did. I'm so in love with my wife, by the way. And I saw that picture of your house again. I was like, yo, how is he doing? How is HS doing? That shit must be so sick by now. Connected via Wi-Fi because my longest cables are short. Nah, just buy cables, you'll be fine. A big win of VTubing is your visuals are suddenly not meat space limited. Immediate outfit changes, any room you could possibly want. True. Very good. Yeah, some are good, but some are like, this shit is crazy, especially those which have its face like covering the full stream and main game or whatever it is minimized. I mean, you know. I also, again, it's not my thing. And if someone did that, I also don't like that when people do that. I also don't like when people put their camera huge and like game is small. I don't like that. But if somebody likes that, meh, right? Actually, that's cool. I've never met Swiss people before. Thank you for saying Swiss. Thank you for not saying Swedish. This happened before in this fucking stream, bro. Shit, dude. Yeah, Marius, it's true. Oh, no, it did. Early gang close. An hour after we started. This is fucking weird. You can't see I study journalism, I guess. Yeah, I hope it's visible that I studied. What did I study? Sociology. Gambling is a problem? Isn't that a more you problem? If you don't gamble, isn't a problem? Or I'm looking at this too simplified. I think you are. I think... Okay, let's meta this. Gambling itself is only a problem if you tend to fall for it. Like if you tend to get addicted, and some people tend to do that more, some people tend to do that less. What's problematic though is selling gambling as a cool thing through the back door. You know, like Kick is owned by steak, by like a nice meaty steak. Kick is owned by steak, and like that they can promote gambling in a way that makes it look cool. It makes it look cool, and that's a problem. Bro, you guys are fast as fuck, man. Well, as a VTuber, you're budget limited. A proper model end to end will usually run you €4,500. Fucking hell. Have you seen the Kick streamer that was live during the Autobahn and crashed because she was looking at chat? Rear-ended another car at high speed. How is it always Kick? I'm sorry to say, but how is it always Kick? Though random lore drop from my life. I will go back to study biology stuff because of journalism and marketing have no jobs for entry level. Dude, I had a conversation about that once, and I said, like, if I ever stopped my current job, I wonder if I'd got another one somewhere. And that person that I talked to was like, you're not entry level anymore. You are mid to senior level. You run a team. You have years of experience of budget control and organization. Good for you. So I was like, whew, okay. A big problem in sports, but it's a dilemma because many other sponsors aren't willing to pay as much as gambling sponsors nowadays. Yeah, because there's shit tons of money in that. There's shit tons of money in gambling because it's most of it is a scam, man. AI ate all the work. You got to start buying houses. I have Bitcoin. I have a bit of Bitcoin. Is that enough? You look at gambling in a vacuum, but it overwhelmingly targets vulnerable people on purpose. Yeah. Yeah. Let's watch this. How the manosphere is fueling teen misogyny inside Australian schools. If you haven't, I highly recommend, highly recommend, watch Adolescence on Netflix. You know what? Before we do this, Netflix Adolescence trailer. Watch this. It's really good. I think you're not getting game sound. I think you're not getting game sound. Let me make sure you do.
Police! What are you looking for? You're making a big mistake. He's only a kid.
Dad, I haven't done anything.
He's a good kid.
Jamie, I want you to listen carefully.
What's going on?
I'm going to start off with asking you.
Do you know a girl called Katie Leonard? Yeah? Describe each other as friends then.
Is she dead then?
Why would you ask her?
Watch, Ethan.
So do you think it would be okay if we speak about it? I haven't done anything. You're a good dad, a great dad.
He hasn't been found guilty. He's been accused. What have you done?
Banged by a girl, you sausage.
You're not getting it.
What am I not getting?
Dad, you're not reading what they're doing. It's a call to action by the manosphere. 80% of women are attracted to 20% of men. You must trick them because you'll never get them in a normal way.
We've done nothing wrong, have we? Hey!
Look at me now!
It's crazy. what your brain tells you to do when you're a kid.
So they go for the least and lowest ways of doing that possible, are telling young men that like, oh, you know, you have to be like this, you know, all this pseudo scientific bullshit of like you heard 80% of women are attracted to 20% of men. You have to trick them to get them, and you have to always be stronger and better and faster and smarter than women. It's a story around this, and it's based on a real story. It's based on a true story that happened, and the guy you see here wrote it. He's an actor. He wrote it and he plays in that thing. It's very, very good. It is very tough to watch if you care about what we just spoke about today. And I think I recommend to all of you to watch this. And also, if you're interested in cinematography, every single episode, I think it's 6 episodes, every episode is one shot. One shot. Not like cuts. There's no cuts. Every episode is one single shot, which makes it so much more like you are there. And this is happening with you there, and sometimes to you. It's like, oh, it's hard to watch, dude. I gotta admit, I fell for that in like mid 21, but I've recovered. Well, first of all, good for you. Good for you, man. Like we spoke about the paradoxon of tolerance today. We spoke about going to people, going into situations and people with true kindness, with respect and kindness, as long as you receive respect and kindness. I don't want to roll up the entire conversation that we already had, but the manosphere is extremely destructive. Extremely destructive. And I think, you know, some of you are women, some of you are men. I think as men, we have a responsibility to speak up when we see this shit happening. Be it with the homies when you're out. And as a 40-year-old man, some of you might have not thought, as a 40-year-old man, let me tell you, people who do shit that you think is not cool to do, it is okay to say, I don't want you as a friend. It is okay. I see a lot of younger men specifically, and I was like that too. You let shit slide that the homies do because they're the homies. You look out for the homies. Yes, you look out for your homies. You look out for your friends. You're loyal. You back them. But if they put others down, if they treat people like shit, if they lie, deceive, steal, you don't. If this goes against your set of values, you don't. If they're being racist, they're being sexist, they're being transphobic, they're being homophobic, you don't accept that. You speak up to it, and if that means you lose that person, okay. I promise you, your life will be better for it in the long run. Surround yourself with people who you admire. Surround yourself with people who you think treat other people with respect and kindness, bro. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you. I cannot tell you what does a man have to be. What's the role of a man? Everybody stakes this for themselves. Everybody defines this for themselves in life. The base point of this, though, and that goes out to everybody, the base point is be a good fucking person. Be good, be the good. And this sounds like a stupid motto, but it's true. Be the good you would like to see. If you're frustrated with how the world, oh no, and oh shit, and it's hard to meet a girl, and don't make it worse for it. Don't fall into this fucking spiral that they're trying to get you in, these manosphere guys, of hating people or hating groups of people because you think something is unfair. You make your own.
Welcome to the Knuckle
You make your own
Crew.
shit. You make your own life. You make your own social circle. It is your responsibility to do that. It is your responsibility to make sure that shit behavior gets called out, because that's the only way to make sure it doesn't happen anymore. It's your responsibility. That's all I can say, man. That's all I can say. Don't fall for this crap. Don't fall for this bullshit. If you ever wanted to believe they are out to get you, they are out to use you for their own gain. The people who say the elites are doing this are the people who are actually doing this because they're feeding you simplified, hateful bullshit because it gets them views. Literally all it is. Literally all it fucking is. Havoc!
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Motherfucker. Ladies and gentlemen, with the 10 gifted tops, Havoc 26! Sub hype in the chat, please.
Coming up.
Keep the change.
Thank you very much, Havoc. That gets us to 70 subs. We missed the 69, goddammit. Thank you very much, Havoc. Much appreciated. This hype is for you. Many thanks, man.
For free coming up.
Keep the change.
It's a serious topic right now, so I'm turning off the funny music. Thank you so much, Havoc. That's insane. Thank you very much. Okay, let me read what I missed.
One fellowship for free coming up.
Adolescence is bomb. The 80-20 thing, wasn't that a reference to 80% of men on dating app being rated as below average? No. No. The 80-20 thing originally
One fellowship for free coming up.
The 80-20 thing originally came from 80% of work, 20% of work gets 80% of ROI and vice versa. And then they just co-opted it. There has been another similar murder where 2 young teenagers killed their trans girl classmate with, I think, 50-ish stabs with a knife. The Brianna Gay case. 50 fucking stabs. I thought he was like 28 to 32. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I mean, dude, I do look over 30. I've lost weight last year, and I'm still working on getting a bit more fit. So yeah, I do look a bit better now. The craziest part was that a female coworker gave me a compliment for it. I was like, this is inspirational, Unk. Thank you very much, Ethan. Call me Unk in my own fucking stream. Strick Unk. We have an emote for that. Look, it's Strick Unk. There you go. Wait, I wanted to... oh yeah.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
So, first of all, I wanted to show you the picture of Kate because I think, look, how did I fucking pull this baddie, dude? How did I pull this baddie? What did I do? The fucking... What the fuck? What the fuck did I do? That's my wife, bro. What the fuck did I do? You're just too funny and awesome, bro. Bro, that's not... What the fuck, bro? Don't do that. Havoc, I'm headed out now. Dude, enjoy your evening, Havoc. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. Thank you for the generosity, my dude. Sub smash. No. Tier 3. Big bump. The biggest bump for you. Thank you so much, dude. Have a beautiful evening. See you hopefully in the next stream. Next stream, by the way, everybody, is probably Thursday next week because I'm going to be on vacation from Saturday. But yeah. Wife, you're married? Yes. Yes. That is my wife, and very easily the love of my life. Very easily. She's amazing. I wanted to watch this with you.
There's something disturbing.
Okay, let me change my stream title. Talking about the manosphere, men's role in life, and then a game. There we go.
Going on in our schools.
Measure a song. Let's say 4/4. 3/4. Sometimes 3/4 are actually dope. What's up, Measure? How you doing, dude? Right, Suri? It's amazing. I took that... Ow, fuck, my hair just stuck to this shit. What the fuck is wrong with this thing, man? God damn. Fuck, wedding pics, please. You want wedding pics? Okay. Give me a second. Woo, 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 woo. Yo, where the fuck did I put those? Give me a second. I gotta find the folder. Where the fuck did I put that shit? Where the fuck did I put that shit? Was it this? Wedding. Oh, I found it. Okay, I'm gonna find a picture to show you that doesn't show like every guest. So this was during COVID. I know, right? It's a sick fucking setup. I love it. This was during COVID. So we had to wear masks and we made everybody masks that said like our names and like the date. Check this out. I love those masks, right? Your Aryan iteration is displaced in the Alps. What the fuck does that mean? What is that supposed to mean? Let me find another picture. I turned off the music, I'm sorry. But we're gonna go into a video really soon. I had a bit more hair on my head back then, man. Fucking better times, bro. Better fucking times. I was not that old. Dude, this is so wholesome. Wait. There's so many really cool pictures that the photographer took. Let me try to find them. Like this one. Or I think this one is super dope. That's my dad's old car. Anything else? Anything else? Nah, that's all for it. That's all now. Best picture ever. Yeah, that one's pretty fucking sick, right? That one's pretty fucking sick. I love it. That's sick, dude. Yeah, right? Thank you very much for being kind, you guys. Guys, we're at 70 subs. We're trying to get to 100 again before the drop happens again. If you're not a sub, consider subbing. It really helps the channel. Thank you very much. Measure a song. I will check back on him regarding the meaning of that question. If you're just trying to be edgy or some shit with the Aryan, whatever that means, if you're just trying to like make like some racist joke or something, please don't. Let's go. Oh fuck. Let's watch this.
Postcode rape jokes and rape
I said crazy twice in the same sentence. That's how crazy it is.
Teenage boys
Oh,
are
Ethan,
being
I'm glad you like it,
bombarded
dude.
with toxic narratives around masculinity and the opposite sex.
This movement is just there for like hatred.
It starts on social media, but misogyny is mounting in classrooms.
You're sponsored by all the major players in the game. I'm not, dude. I'm not. I'm sponsored by absolutely no one. I have a loose partnership with dude, I can't fucking with Nitro Concepts. That's it. You can stand some disruption. Sponsored by all the major players. Who are the major players that sponsor me, bro? I need to know. Because apparently I've this is completely lost on me, and I'm missing out on so much fucking money that I could make. Damn. Enlighten me.
Why was it that these 14-year-old boys were sort of really, getting to me?
In a primary school setting, boys make sexualized groaning noises as teachers walk past.
Female teachers are leaving the profession, and female students are on the front lines.
Monster Energy. Yeah, that's my biggest. That's definitely my biggest.
Because she didn't feel safe
My biggest.
in her classroom.
Whatever. Monster Energy.
Parents and
You
in fact
guys,
all-
this is the first time we've been doing a talking stream and discussion stream in a while. I am positively surprised. I think we're gonna do those a little bit more because I've always yearned of having conversations with you guys instead of just playing. Depends on the perspective you're allowing me to have. Okay, you're saying nothing, dude. You're saying nothing. You're saying platitudes.
All of us are struggling to keep up with the manipulative algorithms pushed out by big tech.
Children have these billion-dollar and trillion-dollar
Andrew Tate is a cuck. Andrew Tate is a grifter, is what he is.
So how can we tackle this
Loving
complex
these, by the
issue
way. Me
without
too.
alienating boys or pushing them further into the manosphere?
Here we have again. Here we go again.
The Netflix drama Adolescence cast an international spotlight on teen misogyny.
It's not like
Is that an insult? Is it? I don't know. You tell me. Is it?
he's gonna have his
With gritty realism and compelling performances, the UK series
Depends on the
depicted
perspective
the
you allow me to have.
radicalisation of a 13-year-old schoolboy and chilled parents to the core. I've been invited.
I don't know how much they show of Adolescence now. I don't want it to be spoiled. But then again, I still think you should watch it, whether it's spoiled or not. It's a very good show.
Boys' school that's tackling these issues head on.
Have you ever had like a little bot or little pop-up that's like, hi, I'm Sarah, I'm 3Ks away and I can be your dirty...
All right. Measure a song. Even though you have a really cool name, you seem to just be here to disrupt and somehow cause bullshit. So, you know, join the conversation like a normal person who has something to say, or please leave. Thank you.
Little secret tonight.
They've brought in educator Daniel Principe to chat with the Year 8s.
Let's tell me, where do you see a lot of this stuff? Games? Yep. Instagram? Yep.
Games?
On top of school.
Games? What kind of games do these kids play? Wait, what is on the what's on the screen?
To chat with the Year 8s.
Let's tell me.
What challenges are being faced in sort of? Okay, so it's not. They're not just talking about the Manosphere stuff. Okay, it's like, what fucking games are you playing?
Where do you see?
I'm stupid. Sorry. No, I'm pretty sure you're not stupid because you seem to be eloquent. I just don't understand why you seem to be trying to just be disruptive instead of joining the conversation.
A lot of this stuff. Games?
Games have ads like those. Nah, what?
Yep. Instagram? Yep. Pop-ups
What
on
kind?
Top of school resources. Wow. Okay. Who has seen, put your hand up if you've seen something on social where a man or a group of men are telling...
Yes, I speak very goodly. Right? Where are you from, Measure? Where are you from? Where are you from, dude?
A woman or a group of women,
especially
get
phone
back
games.
In the kitchen, go make me a sandwich.
Thank you for mentioning.
Social media. What's so tragic is like they're hearing these voices that...
I'm always happy to considerize the strengths and weaknesses of my viewers.
Whipping up
you get low-key porn ads in children's games to smartphones.
For the other sex.
Fucking
I don't think we should be surprised if these attitudes then leak out in what some boys do, because that is the diet that they've been served up. These toxic voices who, sadly, the algorithms obviously send more content to.
Women biologically crave dominance from men.
Grab your nuts, realize these girls are very simple.
That fucking guy.
Them like shit. And no, I'm not kidding.
Boys, can I have your attention?
All right, have fun, Measure.
What you believe about these topics, it matters a lot.
Daniel sees how these beliefs are showing up in schools.
You watch how boys will not take an instruction or an order from female staff, but then if a male staff says something, they respond.
That's always been an issue, though, right? Hasn't that always been an issue?
The first class I ever had, one of the male students just got out his iPhone and started filming me. And I had no idea what to do
yes,
about
women
it.
love when you treat them like shit.
When Holly Cooper came to teaching, she faced pushback.
Women love when you treat them like people. Groundbreaking news. Women love when you treat them like people. When you don't pull fucking weird date games or how often can I write back to not seem desperate or something. Here's another thing I learned in life. If you're dating someone and they, or like, especially as a man, if you're dating a woman, let's say, and they do the, oh, he wrote back too quickly, that was an ick. Yeah, just, she's not for you. I don't know. I think that's an extremely, this whole, oh, this is an ick, that is an ick. When he writes back too quickly, when he wears this or that, it's so immature. Just, there's so many people out there. You have so, if you're like 22, 23, 24, you have so much time. You have so much time. You don't need to find someone right away to date or have sex with. You have so much time. Find the good people. Find the people who you can be a normal person with and they're a normal person with you, and no fucking games. No games, no, oh, Men have to do this fucking... Oh my god, dude. I swear to god, it gets worse. These assemblies don't fix crap, it just makes them hide it better. Saying this is an A-level student. Sorry, Ethan, what's an A-level student? What's an A-level student? Are you British? Because maybe you are. I don't know what an A-level student is. I'm sorry. If she plays games like that, she's not interested in a genuine relationship. Yeah. I don't want to play mind games to get to know someone. It annoys me so much. I mean, yeah, I get it. Basically British school. I'm Russian, but I've been in Brit school. Moja žena Ukrajinka. Ja ne znaju ruski. That's it. That's it. That's all I know. Izvini, пожалуйста. That's all I know. That's all I know. I can't fucking... I need to learn the language. I think it's a beautiful language, but I understood half of the word. Oh, you don't speak Russian? Oh, was it... did I say it so badly? Moja žena Ukrajinka. Ja švýcarný. Она на Швейцар... Я не знаю русский. That's fucking it. That's fucking it, dude. I don't fucking know. That's all I know.
Some high schoolers, if you ask a kid, you know, usually a boy, to give you their phone, they'll generally say, no, not doing it. Like they will absolutely assert their dominance, and then it's you.
Is there a specific reason for your chat to be active? Excuse my French. Okay, Measure. Last warning. If you're just being disruptive, just stop, dude. Just stop. You're from Finland? I'm not.
And them.
I'm from Switzerland.
And
I wish I knew Finnish. Finnish is such a difficult fucking language. When I Googled it, they have fucking what? 24 cases? Who has... Wait. Maybe I'm wrong. We have Finnish viewers, but I think none of them are here. How many cases does Finnish have? Wait. How many cases does Finnish have? 15. 15 noun cases. Classified into grammatical, locative, and marginal. These cases function like English prepositions to indicate location, motion, or state, though only 6 to 7 are considered essential for basic conversation. Oh, what? The 3 most common cases, nominative, genitive, and partitive, represent roughly 75% of usage. All right. So you learn your ass off to then use 20% of it. GG. If you try to learn Finnish, you're finished. Very good. Very good.
Once the kids smell fear, then, you know, you're kind of done for.
Yes, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Kids have always been like that. Kids have always been like that. The issue is that they're now somehow learning that men are better than women, or for whatever. Why don't you speak neither German or French? That's a good question. I've been considering streaming in German for a long time, but I've started in English because it's my favorite language, and I kind of just stuck to it. I have people who come back almost every stream after all those 10 years, and they don't speak German, so I kind of just didn't want them to lose the chance to be part of this community.
Teenagers trying to assert dominance.
I've experienced misogyny and sexism as a primary school teacher in students as young as kindergarten.
Meg has been teaching
it's
for
a
more
dynamic
than a
that
decade,
emerged.
and she says this sort of behaviour is getting worse.
Russian is the same as Finnish. This case I'd like to
I've been called a bitch, a bitch, a stupid bitch, a dog, slut. I've been told to suck male students, suck my sexualized moaning sounds. I definitely felt kind of a bit scared, like how do you know that? How at 10 do you feel so confident to be able to say that to an adult in a school context?
Mex's experiences are echoed by
Right, Ethan,
primary
right?
and high school
Also, by the way,
teachers
Ethan,
around the
you
country.
followed, right? Thank you for the follow, dude. We didn't do the thing. Ladies and gentlemen, new member of the Knuckle Crew, Ethan, the guy person. Welcome, my dude. Thank you very much for the follow. You seem like a good cookie, son. Yeah, thanks for being here. Here's your first follower fist bump ever. Let's drop a few fists in the chat for Ethan, the guy person. Thank you very much. You have that little purple thing next to your name. See? The longer you watch in total, the higher you will go. We just promoted, we just had a promotion today to gold. Havoc was promoted to gold. It's a cool little thing we do here.
Some fear
Yes,
that
Elra.
speaking publicly could cost them their jobs.
Yeah, that.
I announced my pregnancy to a Year 9 class. One male student said it wasn't possible for me to be...
Did you explain? Ethan? Oh no, you said you're Russian, but in a Brit school. That's interesting. How did that come to be? Ethan, you can use the fist bump emote because you're a follower. It's strict fist. It's strike without the E in the end and then a fist with a capital F. You can use it however you like. This is kind of like our salute a little bit. How many of the people in here are just pretending to speak properly? You're just trying, man. You're just really trying, are you? Oh man. Oh man, bro. Go play a video game. Do something constructive with your time, man. My dad is British and my mom is Russian.
pregnant because I was so ugly no one would even rape me.
I asked a student to stop spilling water on the table. He said, "How wet do you get, miss?"
I had a Year 9 boy do a creative writing exercise that basically described an act of gang rape towards me.
When I was heavily pregnant, male students would get scissors and pretend to faux stab me.
What the fuck? Holy fuck.
There were no consequences because all they have to say is, "I was joking, she can't take a joke."
I was taking another teacher's class. A boy went to the bathroom, then a female student saw he posted on Snapchat. She was like, "Miss, he's in the toilet wanking over you."
Female students are also in the firing line. Many teachers say girls are becoming quieter in class to avoid the attention of certain boys.
They would take photos of girls' asses when they would go up to ask a teacher a question or write something on the board, and they would have their phones underneath the table.
We've spoken to a high school student we're calling Sarah. We've changed her name and her voice. She says her grade was rocked when it was revealed that boys were sexualizing girls
Measure
in
a song, you're out.
group.
From what we know, it was a lot of comments on girls in my year levels' bodies, ranking them in terms of attractiveness.
Give me a second. I'm too dumb. I'm too dumb to calculate. Yeah, here's a 10-minute timeout. Yeah, I don't know how to fucking do that anymore. What the fuck? I'm so dumb, bro. Oh yeah, of course. So stupid. Oh, you didn't teach me anything, bro. You're just being weird. You're just weird, and you're just a bit sad, man. A bit sad, bro. So here's a timeout for you. If you can act like a normal person in 10 minutes, you're welcome back. If you're not, just stay away.
In terms of whose boobs were better, whose ass was better, it just made me
Weirdo.
very, very angry.
It's a bit sad. I don't know. I
I
don't get it. Like,
and that they thought they'd be able to get away with it.
why would you waste your time?
Public. Sarah says her school organized
Why would you waste your time with stuff that
charity for the boys?
You know, might make you feel like you did something funny and haha for now, when you're actually just being stupid. And I can guarantee you, in the long run, this ruins your soul. People who do this tend to just be sad and lonely. So I honestly, he seems, he or she or they seem like a person who can like present themselves well, and I just hope they find the light, if you will, just you know, find a way to be a normal person in other people's streams or situations. Let's watch.
The girls had regular schooling.
I don't know, Ethan, you tell me, you're there.
Class.
Or you were there.
At no point for my year level was there a mental health workshop specifically for female students on things like consent and respectful relationships and where to go if you deal with something like sexual harassment.
Teach your
I was told
boys.
that silly things like
Teach your boys. You don't need, I mean, you need to teach girls that shit as well, but most importantly, teach your boys.
this happen at every school.
The fact that female students around the country are being subjected
Damn,
to being
Ethan, that's
photographed in
wild.
classrooms without...
Remember, by the way, everybody, there's a rule. Don't speak about your age. And again, don't speak about your age. But please consider that this is an 18 plus stream, okay? If you're under 18, it's not the best idea to be here.
their consent.
If you're 17, I don't know. But like, you know, we don't talk about age. And if you're like 14, I'd rather you not be here.
Let alone...
This is not like criticism towards you as people. It's just, this is a legal thing.
listening to misogynistic jokes. It's infuriating and shocking. I know that some female students like Sarah will be able to deal with it, to call it out for what it is. But I worry for the others who don't feel like they have that courage. How do they continue to feel safe in their school? Teachers are finding it hard to support female students when they're also under attack. Many, like Holly Cooper, have left the profession.
I would just feel sick to my stomach, really. It just kind of got worse. I felt like I was
I couldn't be a
disappointed.
teacher, you guys.
It still really kills me.
I don't think I have the
felt
stomach
like
for it.
I
Like,
should've
not just because of
been
this, but
a
I
little bit
think
better,
I...
a little bit stronger for them, or just learn how to manage.
I couldn't. For a while when I was younger, I wanted to be,
heavily
but
on Holly,
I
who
think I
became a
couldn't.
teacher after a successful career as a political advisor.
I grew up in a disadvantaged area in the outer suburbs of Melbourne, and I was really passionate about public, education. I was obviously aware the way that teenage boys can be.
It's
being
incredible.
gross or
It's
the
so
odd
sad,
comment.
Marius.
I remember the distinct moment that I thought, this is different. I was teaching a year 8 class, geography, and a boy in the class said to me, "What do you think about third wave feminism? Do you agree that it's a failure?" And then it was like every day he would sort of come at me with a new question, and the gender pay gap is a lie, he would say. And then it just ended up being a thing of like, will you prove it? So I said, okay. So
It's basically he just like blurted the bullshit that he saw in a video that day, right? Hydrate? Shit. I have nothing to hydrate with. I forgot. I'll keep it in my head, Ethan. And after the stream, I shall drink a nice glass of water for you. All right?
Hell yeah.
I thought about becoming a teacher for some time, but nah, man. I don't want an even bigger... Yeah, dude, I fucking get it. Hydrate, yo. Okay, yo. The yo,
else that I
the
was
yo
doing
makes
with
it
all
so
the
good.
marking and the lesson planning and
Summon your wife and
everything,
kiss her
I was
for
trawling
hydration.
Through, all of this data.
That kind of
just
kiss.
to prove a point, because it was just going to be, well, miss, she's just making up lies, basically. Like, women are running the world. Like, we know that this is true. Now I know that they were talking points straight out of the mouth of Milo Yiannopoulos.
They propel these myths about the wage gap, which are based on bogus economics.
He was at the time like the alt-right kind of like poster child. And he was the one that said feminism is cancer.
Getting called mean names from the left. Oh, that was sexist. Oh, that was racist. Well, it hasn't done me any harm, and it won't do you any harm on the proviso that you don't apologize.
If we focus on the person rather than the issue, then we're missing the point, because you chop their head off and another one grows. Like, Milo is ancient history.
It's a hydra. It's a fucking hydra. Crazy. Strike, can you play chess? Whether I can? Yeah, I'm just absolute ass at it. Ibrahim! How you doing, Ibrahim? Good to see you. What's up, dude? How you doing today?
Now it's Andrew Tate, but in another couple of years, it'll be somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the problem of the male influencers. It's the question of
cancel one another.
Why are these messages so compelling to young boys? What is it about them that is so appealing?
You know, I think what makes this shit so appealing to an extent is that it feels like you're part of an in-group. It feels like you're part of the group in the know, the strong group, the men, the ones who get it, the ones who are actually in charge. And you don't have to do anything for it. You don't have to do anything for it. You're male. That's it. That's the ticket. You're male, and you perpetuate these thoughts. That's it. It's not a meritocracy. You just have to be a man. It's like back in the day, right? It's similar to people who fall for conspiracy theories. They get to feel special and part of it. Yeah, it's the in-group. It's the exclusive in-group feeling. It's incredibly strong, and it's not. This is not necessarily a bad thing, because if you market a brand, if you do a live stream, if you run a community on Twitch, you try to promote this feeling of we are this community and it's cool because it's us. And because we operate on like shared opinions and shared views and shared humor, that's fine. That's fine. That's how people work. People will always identify with the peers that they choose for themselves. But this is based on hatred. This is based on putting another group down, which is not the way to go, obviously.
26-year-old Jefferson knows what it's like to fall down a rabbit hole as a teenage boy.
Yeah, Mary's is
call my
exactly
right. Misogynist. It started in high school. I was very self-conscious about like body image, the way people thought about me, the way I like represented myself. So I think when you're not happy with that, you look for answers.
Mm-hmm.
I did find myself like looking online, like how to talk to girls, how to be like desirable, how to make people want you and stuff like that. And you find like these male influencers who say that they do want to help. It initially starts off very simple, very innocent, very objectively helpful, like clean your room, go to the gym, like work out, eat healthy. And then like you keep watching, you get recommended something else.
I'm going to save you years of chasing after that woman who doesn't care about you.
A lot of it's like how to tell if a girl is into you. It's like, oh, she'll cross her legs in your direction.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, go to bed, HS. Get that good sleep. Sleep is important. Thank you very much for tuning in. Follow Fist Bump for you. Hope to see you in the next stream Thursday in a week, probably. By the way, while I have you, !Discord. Somebody put that in chat, please. Join my Discord. It's the best way to be notified when I go live. If you go there, you read the rules and you accept them, you see the entire channels. It like unlocks the channels. And then you will automatically have a role called Stream Noti. And I invoke that role when I go live or when I post what the next 2 or 3 streams are. So you can click interested and you'll be notified when I go live on Discord, and it hypes me up because I see how many people are interested in the stream. The record so far was 9 people clicking interested on a stream. I'm trying to get to 10. So yeah, !Discord. It gives you the link. It's a cool place. We have fun conversations. We post about our lives. We have a program called Personal Weekly Missions that I completely forgot to do today, where we keep each other accountable. We set small goals per week and we try to get them done, and we celebrate the small steps. What game will you play? None anymore tonight. It's already 2040. I have to leave the stream at like 9 because I have to go to bed. I have office tomorrow early, so unfortunately no more games. We're gonna finish this and then leave it at that. But that means we're gonna have had a short talking stream where we just talked about an important topic. And I have to say, the fact that you guys joined and talked and gave your opinions and were part of it and were cool and it was really, 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 really awesome. So thank you so much for that. I really want to do a little bit more talking from time to time. And so the fact that you guys seem to hook on that is huge for me, right? I still couldn't set my goals because it's been a long time since I was on PC. Sucksy brain. But you know, as soon as you can, just do it. It's fine. There's absolutely no hurry. It's fine. Thank you.
And it goes down those type of rabbit holes, and it starts going into like, it's not your fault. It's like it's other people's fault. It's you know, society's fault. It's women's fault. And then it's also your own fault, because like if women don't want you, then it's like it's because you're a beta, you know, you're like not manly enough, you're too much of a nice guy.
These beta orbiter soy boy cucks.
Your girl would cheat on you for a better version of you.
Women do not want equality.
In the years since Jefferson left school, this type of content.
Dude, you seem like a very nice guy, yo.
I don't give a shit.
I try to be.
Feminism destroys women.
Get these crazy girls back in line.
You women absolutely suck at everything.
Studies worldwide show that teenage boys are being recommended misogynist manosphere content, whether they search for it or not.
It doesn't take long for
That's the
a
issue.
teenage boy who's online who might be just doing innocuous searches about
Doing this more
sport,
often with a
fitness.
general day for
They might
discussion would be
gaming.
amazing.
Very quickly,
Yeah.
they start
Yeah, I would
being
love that.
bombarded with messaging about
I would love that.
how a return to traditional masculinity and traditional gender norms is the answer.
I'll share it with you guys again. I had an idea for content that I think would be very nice. Omegle is gone, but there's Omi TV, and for some reason you cannot use OBS virtual camera as a camera there, but there's a way around it. So what I want to do is I want to go there and like have that person muted and hidden, the person that answers the call like muted and hidden. But if they show to be like just a normal person and we just have a normal conversation, then I just want to be kind to them and just ask them how they're doing and if there's anything that's bothering them and like their outlook on life, and just have conversations with people based on kindness and respect. I think that would be super interesting. Obviously, you know, I would have to make sure that you guys don't see that person or hear that person before I can vet their normal. Omegle is gone. Yeah, it closed, apparently. Good idea. Should give it a try. Yeah, I have to figure out how I get this camera, or this camera, because they're on my stream computer and I want to send a signal to my main computer so I can use it there. But if I do that via OBS, the system, the Omi TV system doesn't accept it. I think they're made so it can't work. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Holy shit. Yeah, there was too much abusive behavior.
In fact, better at everything. Isn't it our job to protect women?
To be able to have a master family.
The feminist movement doesn't realize that they are the drug dealers.
Also, this person
Feminist movement
has no idea what they're doing because they have a Shure SM7B, which is this mic, but they talk into it like a condenser mic. Obviously based on the opinions that the bullshit that this guy spews, but he's even too dumb to use audio correctly. Men protect women from who? Sarah, come on. It's so simple. From the bears. From the bears. What kind of question is that? From the bears that we talked about all the last year. What kind of question is that? Come on, man. Come on. Stick with the times, man. Catch up. But I love bears. Yeah, but they don't love you. They don't love you.
The drug dealers?
No, I've been choking on the whole
rein in big tech.
Men would rather meet a bear than a man in
their
a...
algorithms are pushing out.
Sorry.
It's critical that we have more regulation and accountability. We need the digital platforms to be assessing risks and building safety protections into their systems. It's what we call safety by design. They can't continue to turn a blind eye to the real world harms that this is causing.
With regards to like the manosphere, it's not like there's some contained like, you know, neon sign that's like enter here to the manosphere. Like this stuff is just mainstream. That's just the internet, you know, people are just buying up ad space wherever it is and then unleashing all manner of things based on who they think their most likely target audience will be.
And teenage boys are the ultimate target audience for this type of content.
If you want a high-quality woman, she is going to look for a man with leadership.
Women know deep down that half the things that come out of their mouth are complete nonsense.
Males are the ultimate status symbol.
For Jefferson, these messages changed the way he viewed and interacted with women.
I would both be more confident with women, but at the same time still feel really shit about myself. It was a lot of times.
I mean, yeah, it is, Sarah. But the point is that I'll postulate that 50%, 60, 70% of the guys who make it big with that kind of content, they know exactly what they're doing. Very often they probably not even believe it themselves. Like, look at the Louis Theroux documentary. That guy faltered like under no pressure when his girlfriend was in front of him. They're grifters. They're grifters. They know what to say to get attention, and attention is money. In today's social media environment, attention is money. This is extremely apparent on Twitter, where if you have a blue tick and you pay for Twitter Premium, whatever it is, you get money from viral tweets. They do it. It's money. You do it for money, power, and status. It's not about teaching anybody anything. It's just that, literally just that.
Where it was someone who was just a friend, and I would think that like they were like fully in love with me, and that like caused a lot of like relationships to like break down.
Did you find you were judging yourself more harshly?
Yeah, 100%. Judging myself. If you get rejected, then you're like worthless, I guess, or there is no worth to you.
After a while, Jefferson's sister started pushing back on his beliefs.
She would just catch me like saying really stupid shit. Like if I spewed back the talking points that I was given, she wouldn't give ground, essentially. I'd used to go to her for like dating advice, I guess. What did I just tell you? Don't give ground. Stand tall. When someone says this shit, stand tall. Engage and like help them understand the bullshit that they're saying. Some people just do it because they heard it somewhere and they could learn that it's bullshit. But you have to learn to differentiate the ones who are just trying to talk bullshit because they want to talk bullshit, and the ones who really just fell for it, you know? And I'd say things like, maybe I should just be like a little more like mean. It's just like, what are you talking about? Why would anyone want to be with someone like that?
He realized how much damage these influencers were causing. We've had people like Andrew Tate and many others gain a lot of traction online. What do you think about that?
I feel like a lot of young men, I think they go to Andrew Tate because they're lost. I don't like him. I don't like what he represents. I think it's scary that he's been charged with so many horrible things. He says horrible things about people. He's not even hiding it. And then there are a brigade of young men who will defend those actions.
Not many men would have the courage to say, I used to be a misogynist. And I think that's what makes Jefferson's story so powerful, because he knows how dangerous these online spaces can be for teens and the people around them. But he also knows how to get out of the rabbit hole. And through speaking out, that's what he hopes to do to help others find their way out.
You have a lot of people out there who probably love you, a lot of people out there who probably want to see you become a better person, and hate's just not the way. Hate's just not the way to do it.
Boys, I know we just alluded to penises, but you got this. I reckon we can keep going.
Youth educator Daniel Principe is optimistic about the next generation of boys.
Let me know when you're ready. GQ magazine, lads. Man of the Year and Woman of the Year. Can anyone notice some differences here? Yeah? She's not wearing shoes. Yes, she's not wearing shoes. What is Lana feeling here? If we could put ourselves in Lana's lack of shoes that she's not wearing, what would she be feeling, you think? What does it look like? Yeah? Vulnerable, incredible insight. Now tell me, does James look vulnerable and scared here? No, interesting. Clearly, for us to be successful as men, we got to wear tuxedos and have lots of women all over us.
I see so much hope and potential, like with what I saw today, that I'm like, the task is hard, but it's possible.
Man, I wish I was that optimistic.
Boys are actually very open to having these conversations.
I really respect that he is. I don't know if I could be.
And reject that, but that's not something that they're having exposure to all the time.
After speaking to the Year 8s, it's time for a workshop with the seniors.
I genuinely am wondering about some of the darker voices out there, some of the voices that are saying that like all women want is like money, wanting 6 figures, 6 inches, 6 foot. Have you guys seen that content online? The 666?
Daniel's vision for the boys is in stark contrast to what they're seeing from influencers online.
For me, when I think about Andrew Tate, like I just see him as like an avatar. Like I see that lost, scared, insecure, anxious boys who maybe want power, authority, purpose, you know, dominance, control, because they're not happy with their lot in life, get to live vicariously through men like him, through some of the violent pornography they watch, through these toxic voices who put women in their place.
It's not just boys who are being influenced. Girls are also absorbing these ideas. Former teacher Holly remembers doing a class exercise known as traffic lights, which she used to unpack healthy relationships and harmful behaviours.
They all have their cards and just, you know, green means, yep, that's okay, I'd be comfortable with that. Amber means, oh no, I feel a bit uncomfortable, awkward about that, I'm not sure. Red means no, not acceptable. You know, I remember one distinct scenario.
I think I saw somewhere in the convention people were carrying like little diagrams that showed like a, well, not a puppet, but like, you know, like a human shape, and with colors you could paint like where do I want to be touched and where do I not want to be touched. That's very interesting because some people, you know, it's easy to say, oh, I don't like to be touched by people I don't know, I don't like to hug. Some people like to hug, some people don't. But then there's people who might like one kind of touch, but touching me on top here on my arms is like super bad for me. So it's interesting to do it like that and signal what you want or what not.
Which was, he hits the wall next to my head. Obviously a family violence scenario. You know, the amount of greens and ambers that I saw from young women, I knew their parents, they had a good home life. I thought they would absolutely choose healthy relationships.
Look, the point, I want to diffuse this conversation that you guys are having right now. The point of this whole bear thing is not that it happened. This is not a real situation. It's a symbology. It's a symbological conversation which is what Sarah said. That became a thing last year, that women would rather meet a bear in the woods than a man, because the bear attacks men and women, and it will attack them no matter who you are, because they look like prey, or they look like a threat. Most wild animals respond only to threats or what they feel threatened like. But a man would attack them for sexual reasons because they think they're stronger. That's the point. I think you guys should maybe not. The least you can do is play dead, according to bear scientists. Apparently, yeah, it's true. But Ethan, if we're now actually talking to what happens if you meet a bear in real life, we're not doing the symbology anymore. What Ethan says is right. There's a whole thing. If it's brown, lay down. If it's black, fight back. If it's white, good night. Which means that if it's a brown bear, if it's black, fight back. Yeah. If it's a brown bear, act dead. If it's black, you have to fight. There's no other way. But if you hit them on the nose and stuff like that, they might take off. So you have a chance. And if it's white, that's a polar bear. They will fuck you up. They will fuck you up. There's no way out. They're incredible. Also, I don't know if it's a urban myth, but apparently some bears will charge at you, and if you don't flinch and you posture and you don't flinch, that will, maybe even meters away from you, make them think like, oh, well, fuck. Okay, maybe not. Polar bears are one of the few animals to see humans as prey. Yeah. If it's white, good night.
You know, and I questioned one of them, and I said, you know, why wasn't it a red? And she said, because he didn't hit me. And I thought, okay, what's going on here?
Mm-hmm. So when we see a rise of sexist comments, misogynistic jokes, gender stereotypes, these are all contributing to an environment where violence against women is more likely to be tolerated and more likely to occur.
Teenage student Sarah wants schools and society to
What if it's a
acknowledge
panda?
how widespread
Pandas
the
are
problem is.
fucking evil. Like from what I read, pandas are fucking evil. I love that we're watching a video on the manosphere and discussing bears in the chat.
It starts at my age. You know, it starts at school. It starts with jokes about sexual assault, and then it builds up to domestic violence.
Yeah. I like this guy. I admire this guy. I wouldn't have that patience.
I've shared life with and been friends with have been impacted by male violence and especially male sexual violence.
This guy's
And
super
for
cool,
me,
man.
We need more boys and men to care about that issue and to care about the things that have normalized that.
Can you see it in somebody's body language? Can you see it in their discomfort? Maybe they never say a flat out no, but maybe they're like, not now, maybe later, not sure.
Consent.
Something that came
Consent.
up in this session was, you know, misogyny and sexism.
The core.
Do you hear much
The
of
core
that
learning.
from boys your own age?
I think sometimes instead of it being seen as like a serious issue, people like take the piss out of it and don't like acknowledge the fact that it affects both men and women.
I feel like social media paints a picture of what we should be doing, but in reality, it's not what it's supposed to be, and it puts unrealistic pressure on boys to perform like that.
It was definitely heartening to hear the boys say that they're aware of these issues. They are pretty critical of some of the problematic content that they're getting bombarded with on social media. But on the other hand, I can't help but wonder what type of conversations the boys are having amongst each other behind closed doors when there's not adults present. I imagine that they're
Yeah, I've been there, like I said.
Rather than just saying, here's the law and
Often not great.
Especially as they get older, they have to be able to think through this. And
It's after hours at the school, and Daniel's
I've
doing
been in
his
those
final
locker rooms, you know.
presentation. This time for the parents.
Strike, do you have kids? No, I don't.
anyone love a return of puberty
my wife and I, we don't want
adolescence
kids. It's
with a
just not
smartphone
part
in
of
your
our
pocket?
life.
Anyone?
Of how we want to
But of course, we are
run our
trying
life.
to meet these challenges, and of course, it's the wild west of tech out there.
Daniel opens up about his own adolescence, including being introduced to porn.
Porn was my default sex educator a few years before my first kiss. That's probably the experience of many of us. The average 15-year-old boy is looking at porn, 56% of them every week, 17% every day.
Yeah, Ibrahim.
It's why
true.
I say to schools, to the Department of Ed,
Changes
our
everything.
politicians, you could wheel me out in every school every day and I can't compete with that. We all can't, and we're all trying to. We all want something, I'm sure, more than what the global porn industry wants for our children.
What I hear from many young women is that they feel pressured to act in a way that many boys and young men are seeing in porn. We know, for example, that strangulation, what we call choking, has become very mainstream in sex between young people.
Young people haven't signed up for this. I didn't.
Which is fine if it's really consensual and it's done safely. But I guess that most people are not doing it the right way and treating it the right way.
I've had to unlearn a lot and still on that journey about what porn taught me about women and how to see women.
Porn didn't teach me to be concerned about what my partner may or may not be experiencing. And it's unfair that this is what boys and girls are having to unpack right now.
What surprised me was the statistics of how many boys and girls are exposed at such a young age.
Yeah, how to do it. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Inappropriate content. It's not the kid or the parent. It's just a whole industry, a whole bunch of scientists and engineers that are designing these platforms to grab the attention of the boys.
We need to hold big tech to account. They're making so much money from weaponizing the most horrific extreme views online just for clicks. And yeah, a lot of boys can dismiss it. It's just banter, it's just a laugh, sir. But of course, these ideas are captivating some hearts and minds. And we know that because it's manifesting in awful behaviours in every school and every postcode across Australia.
It's a very sad, or I guess dark reality, but chances are this is happening at your kid's school and you're probably unaware of it.
It's not...
This is gonna sound unk as fuck, but there's a scene in Adolescence where this kid explains how in the chats they communicate with emojis and what emoji means what, and there's emojis used to call someone weak or call someone a red pillar or something. And I would never have thought that that's the meaning. It's wild. Like, obviously every generation has its like secret way of communicating, and that's fine. Like, that's how you learn as a teenager to like differentiate yourself from your parents' generation. But god damn,
teachers' responsibility.
Starting to pill things, bro.
Parents.
We already spoke about it today.
A societal.
This is an Australian video. Yeah.
That there is an issue before we're even at the starting blocks.
It's not one thing. It's not that, oh, this boy watched a clip on Pornhub and now he's calling his teacher a stupid bitch. Like, it's multifaceted. Like, it's coming from a range of places. Mm-hmm. When things go badly, we look to schools to deal with the issue. Like, what are schools doing? Rather than, what's everyone doing?
Yeah.
Given what we're competing against, I just think it's going to take all of us, from individual parents, families, communities, sporting clubs, schools, religious groups, and all the way up to government, to do something so that it is easier for a young person to navigate their adolescence in a way that isn't demoralizing to them, that isn't dehumanizing to them and to others. And we have to exercise our moral imaginations as to what that's going to look like, because no other generation has had to navigate this before.
Very important video. What's this guy's name? Did we see his name anywhere? I would love to speak to that guy.
Wow, okay. Who has seen, put your hand up if you've seen something on socials where a man or a group of men are telling a woman or a group of women, get back in the kitchen, go make me a sandwich. Who's seen that in their social media?
What's so tragic is, like, they're hearing these voices that are whipping up suspicion at best and disdain at worst for the other sex.
Where are the lower thirds, man? Do people not do lower thirds anymore these days? So we know what these people are called? Or did she say his name at some point?
That is the these girls content too. That is a lot.
Daniel sees how these beliefs are showing up in...
Oh, fuck. So Daniel. So now I'm gonna have to go through the whole thing to figure out who Daniel is. Could have just given him a shout out, man. Motherfucker. Oh. Now, God, okay.
Schools.
It might have your attention.
Treat them like dominance.
Obviously, send these toxic boys do. I don't think we should be and disdain. So tragic.
The kitchen where a man or a group who pop-ups on.
Dude, how do I find this guy's name? Daniel. Atmosphere, Daniel. Helped me kind of get my looks up, but it also instilled really bad thoughts and ideologies in me, but thankfully I grew out of it. What is that's black-pilled? That's black-pilled? What is black-pilled? The second chapter in the video. But that's the one we are at.
Hey? What the f was that?
Or is this...
The first class I ever had, one of the male students' idea was just...
Respond. From female staff,
Daniel Principe. Principe. Daniel Principe, passionate youth advocate and educator. Okay, I found him. Daniel Principe. I hope I'm not butchering his name. I probably am. His Insta name is Last of the Romans. Holy shit. Okay, so I'm dropping this guy a follow for sure. Champion Boys Challenge Culture is his. Oh fuck, I love this guy, dude. So important to do that work. So important. Thanks, Selra. Apparently you have a better memory than I do, which is not surprising. Black pill is where people believe that looks are the most important thing in life. So if you're pretty, you will get away with far more stuff. Have advantages in life. So your life goal should be to improve your looks as much as possible. And see, like many of those things, it comes from something that is like, this has been studied and it has been found in clinic studies. This is what we call pretty privilege. Pretty privilege exists. People tend to give conventionally attractive people immediately like they ascribe them more competency, more leadership qualities, more cleanliness, more health. Like that came to the point where I remember when I went to school and we learned about HIV, we learned about, like, we had like the bullshit about HIV debunked to us. And one of them was like, but I never thought she could be positive because she looked so pretty. You know, like we tend to ascribe more social value to people just because they're pretty. That is true. And it is, I think it's absolutely okay to say, look, I want to improve my looks. I want to look better. I want to look stronger. I want to be fitter. That's fine. That's a healthy thing to do to an extent if you do it for yourself, if you do it for an inherent value. I lost 13 kilograms of weight. I unfortunately gained 2.5 to 3 back in the last 6 months. But I was chubby. I didn't like how I looked. My hair was falling out, which it still is. But then I was like, I can't do this anymore. I stopped smoking. I drink a lot less. I lost 12 to 13 kilograms. And I look better. Bone smashing does not, that's fucking bullshit. I look a lot better. I think I look a lot better. But the point is, I think I look better. If other people think I look better than before, okay. Nice little bonus, but I like looking at myself in the mirror now. I gotta lose a little bit of weight again, but I like looking at myself in the mirror again. And that's why you should do it, is so you are happy with yourself. If you improve your health, get fitter, work out to do what things improves your health and makes you feel better in your body and about yourself, 100% do it. 100% do it. Go. I commend you. More power to you. But don't do it just because you think that'll raise your social status. Because if you count on that to raise your social status, have I news for you how society works? Because not only is there pretty privilege, pretty people, I don't know how it is about men, but pretty women tend to be like welcomed more into society than not conventionally attractive women, but they also tend to try to be manipulated and abused more. So there's a down and an upside to everything. And so don't do it for other people, do it for yourself. I started doing more sports for my fitness. I should fucking work out again. I'm just too lazy. I'm just too lazy, you guys. I swear to God, it's horrible, but it's really just that. It's really just that, as much as I hate to say it. Right. You guys, I gotta call the stream here. We finished the video. A very, very, very good video. Thank you very much for being part of this conversation. I hope you had a good time. Again, I want to do more of these super personal, super important conversations with you on live. I'm not going to do that all the time, like just going to be gaming. This is still going to be main gaming here. But I really enjoyed this. And so thank you so much for joining this. Thank you for being a part of this. I hope you're going to be around for the one in a week, probably Thursday. I'm going to put it on the Discord as always. Thank you very much for hanging out. All that's left for me to say is stay awesome. Take care of yourselves. Take 5 minutes tomorrow to tell somebody that you maybe haven't spoken to in a while. That you've been thinking of them, somebody you love, tell them you love them. You could make someone's entire day. Be kind to people, respect those who respect you, respect and be kind to those who respect and are kind to others. Don't tolerate intolerance. Have a beautiful rest of your day. ! Discord, go in my Discord if you had a good time. ! Enjoy in the chat, spam that shit. I'll see you very soon again. My name is Strike, hopefully one of your creators on the platform. Final sub smash for you of the day, and I'll see you very soon. Stay safe.